Hello everyone, this is Serious Trivia, and today we'll be showcasing an upcoming game called Crystal Rail by playing its public demo, which is currently available on Steam as part of the Steam Next Fest. So if you're interested in what you see today, you can definitely go check it out and play some for yourself. Now this game is the strategic board game featuring trains with some roguelike element and added depth through different mechanics, which we'll showcase throughout a full gameplay here. And one of the main reasons why we're showcasing the game on the channel is because the main developer and artist for the game is a fellow community member. Now, years ago, he first joined my channel as a subscriber when he approached me asking if I wanted to do any commissioned artwork since he was an artist. I didn't really need any commissioned artwork, but he hung around the community, and recently he approached me mentioning that he has started working on this game and wanted to see if I'm interested in checking it out. And of course, being a fan of these type of strategic board games, I was definitely very interested, and I'm glad I did so because I've been playing this for about 5 hours and it's quite fun. It is still in its infancy. I think there could be still a lot of changes, but it has good bones in my opinion, especially for those who love a good strategic board game. So let's hop in here and see what this is all about. So you play as a conductor, and the choices are based on the stations they have in the game. And in the demo, you could play the first 3 characters, but they have up to 9, with each representing ability gained related to their home station. And the home station is also going to dictate where your trains will start on every turn.
Let's mosey.
We're going to play as Tarpan, the most basic character with the ability of gaining 1 additional favor each turn. This basically gives us an extra action point. It's very straightforward and great for explaining the mechanics of the game. Aside from picking conductor, which you can recruit more of onto your team during the course of play, you also pick a train. So trains have 2 stats: their movement, how many stations you can visit every day, and a max weight, which dictates how many train cars you can put on the train. And the train cars each have their own ability. You get to customize your train every turn. That's the roguelike element. And you can specialize your train to transport different goods and score different points depending on the structure of that turn. You can customize your trains and go for things with low movement, high weight, or perhaps high movement and low weight. And the class system is a reflection of your ability to farther upgrade these figures in the game. And the higher the class, as in Class C is higher than Class D, you have to pay more per upgrade. So we only have this train unlocked right now, and we'll be playing as the basic train with a pretty balanced approach, and the upgrade cost is going to be low for us initially. As you upgrade, your class will go up per 3 upgrades each, I believe.
I'm leaving the farm, Bob.
And we'll see that as we get a chance to upgrade our train. So at the very start of the game, you see turn 1. There are 7 players. We're just player down here. And our goal is to be first at the end of 10 turns. There is a government, which will be introduced very soon. And under each government, there will be different rules and different pricing structures that you have to customize your train to take advantage of. And on turn 4, 7, and 10, there will be a revolution to a new government. And that's a chance to really flip the rankings. Furthermore, on turn 4, last place will be eliminated from the game. On turn 7, the last 2 places will be eliminated from the game. And on turn 10, 3 players gets eliminated, leaving only 1 behind, who is your winner on turn 10. That's the goal we're trying to get to. Each of these players will randomize into a personality, dictating who they might want to attack, or whether they attack at all. These kind players like to donate their points to others. And there is a threat level involved in terms of how much you will lose if you get attacked. And this system will have interplays and will change turn by turn. This is your current score. And there's a reputation system that acts as a score multiplier. So we'll take a look at everything as we play. And first we get introduced to our first government, which is fiefdom. It's always going to be fiefdom. There's a little backstory of lore of the government system. And most importantly, under each government, different commodities will have different pricing structures. So here in fiefdom, passengers are worth anywhere from 1 capital to 4 capital for transporting them. But mail is anywhere from -1 to 1. And crystal is a very negative affair, so you lose money on transporting crystal, so we want to avoid that. And that kind of dictates how you want to design your train, because different train cars transport different commodities. On top of that, there's the ability of getting how many favors or action point back each turn. We'll get 2, no fancy text, no special abilities. We'll see those in different government. This is sort of the very basic introduction government. And we get to first build our train. So this is our train head. Our special ability is we gain 1 extra favor. We can spend our favor to buy trains. Each train card costs 1 favor. And there's something called foresight, a second currency that can be spent to foresee what the government will be, or used to reroll different elements of the game, as you have a little bit of roguelike feel to it. You have basically 3. If you don't like it, you can reroll it. And then there's a third currency called contrabands, which we'll touch on if we get a chance to get some. Basically, there's a black market where you can trade these currencies for favor, foresight, capital, reputation. Now, we want passenger cars. You can see the weight of the car, you can see how many capacity it has and any special ability it might have. But it seems like we have 2 crystal compartments which don't like. So I'm going to take this car down and I'm going to re-roll this to see if we can get something better. So we got 3 different mail carts. Not exactly what we're hoping for. But I guess since mail could be positive, even though very, very little, we'll take this car. And this has ability to boost the weight limit. So you can see our weight limit went to 7k from 6k because we have 1 mail cart. This is a passenger car, so that doesn't count. So this is boosting it by 1,000. If we added another mail cart, we don't have the favor for it. But if we did, it would boost our weight by 2,000. So this is just a strategy we're going to go with. And we pick our journey. So the next sort of randomized element is, this is the map. We have to start at our home station, which for us is Tarpon Green. And we can pick a path for ourselves. Each path you can see the average price for different things on that path and whether you get any boost. So we get 2 extra movement boosts here. So usually our train's 3 moves, but this has 5 moves. But unfortunately, because of the passes, we actually end up only getting 4 stations out of this, which is okay. It's not bad. And the stations you go to will matter because those are the stations you can go to at night. And right now, I believe this station is quite important because we can use it to foresee the government. So I'm going to actually stick to this path. The pricing is also very good for passengers and decent for mail. During this period, it's -1 to 1, so this is as best as we can hope for. And when you're at a station, you have the choice to load goods onto your train, unload them or sell them, or take the station bonus and rest. You can only pick one. Here we're going to actually load up our train so that we can sell it. You can see the current ranking and what everyone else did. And here we can see the price. So the price is not bad. We can probably only expect 1 point here. And then this is 3. I'm going to just unload everything.
Them letters making my head spin.
And then we're going to load it again on our station number 3. See, the price here is really good.
What?
But this way we can sell at 2 stations. Oh, this price is also really good, so we got lucky here.
Let's have a gander.
And hopefully that's going to be enough to push us into first place. It did. So the good thing about this is first place will automatically gain 10 points of reputation, which is a percentage boost for your score. It's a multiplier. So we're now at 110%.
Pace yourself.
Now, the thing here is, because we ended up in first, our risk level goes up and last place risk level goes down. That means if players attack me, I lose more. We'll get our favor back. This is from the government. All right, so the daytime is done. Now we're on the nighttime of turn 1. And we can visit any of the stations we've been to before. And we're going to first check out over here to see if we can recruit ourselves a second conductor. Now the cost is that we will have to pay him 2 favors per turn, but he will gain us 2 favor back. Now because there's no diversity in conductor, I don't really want him. We can reroll if we had more foresight, but we don't. So we're going to go over here. We're going to go to the rumor mill. We're going to trade 1 favor for 2 foresight. And then we're going to use that foresight to show what government we have. Okay, so the next government is Anarchy. This means all teams are going to be flipped. The lowest score will now get the highest score point and vice versa. So we don't really want to be in first place anymore at the start of turn 4. Now, if we really don't like this, we can pay favor and 10% to re-roll this. But I think knowing it is good enough. Now we can plan around it. And that means I'm going to use the 1 point here. This is a forward invest. We pay 1 now. Next night, we get 1 to 3 back. Could be just getting the same 1 back, but there's a chance we get 2 or 3. So we can stress a little bit less about... some of the kind players are giving donations. And we're going to customize our train a little bit for this. So you can also sell the train cards for favor back. You can see we have some special trains that can give us contrabands, trains that are engines. I actually don't like any of these. Now the question is, do I just reroll here? I guess we do. None of these are going to help us, unfortunately. I'm going to take this and just roll with it. I'm less interested in making money now. I'm more interested in actually visiting more stations. I want to visit this station here because this is where you can upgrade your train. Looks like we're taking this trip, even though we don't get more stops because even though with the +4 movement, we get too many passes here. We'll just take this, the Northern Line, and instead of loading and unloading, we're going to use these abilities, the rest abilities, to just gain the passive bonus from each station. And for the weight of our train, that's why we picked up an extra train card, even though we might not need it.
A heck of a train. Dang if I know how it all works, though.
And that's our trip. Now, we might still be in first because the AI might still be very slow in scoring. But we're trying our best to kind of close that gap.
Ooh, partner. Pace yourself.
And we can also donate in the future if we have the right station. So this is turn 2. We're still fine. I'm gonna... Well, we only got 1 back, unfortunately. The favor didn't pay off very nicely. We're gonna come over here and upgrade our train. I want to move farther and also want to weigh a little bit more to get more train cards. You can see the upgrades going up to Class C. I'm going to get another movement. And then on the 4th one, it will upgrade the train. So I'm going to just do this. And we have now Class C train. Everything doubles in cost. And Class B will be 4 and so forth. And that's really all we can do. No AI action during the night from other players. So we can gain some more movement here. Reputation bonus is very nice. Get 2 of them. If I take this one, we're boosting this, which also helps our score. I guess that's all we can do. Now there is the trading contraband at night here, but there's also the charity here, so we can actually use this to donate. This station is interesting because at night we can use this to buy access to other stations for the cost of 1 favor. That's also decent if we just wanted to use that to open up some stations that we didn't get a chance to visit. But this might solve all our problems, actually. We get to stop at 6 different stations. This is also 6, but this is just double next ability. And this is just getting contraband, which I don't really want. I think this is the best setup. We'll use this. And it'll be a lot of just resting as we're trying to reduce our ranking. Now, I do realize by boosting reputation, we're also adding the multiplier effect, which will, boost our score. But I'm really hoping the base value for a lot of the AI players will rise up faster than what we're doing. And this persists after the revolution, and we can still use it to kind of keep our capital multiplier going. I don't want to gain capital, so this is actually a station that we don't touch. And maybe we do load some.
What?
It's okay if we don't sell them. Right? Here, the thing is I don't want contraband. So what I'm actually going to do is sell for negative.
Well,
and lose a little bit of money on purpose.
Sold our crops at a loss.
And that's it.
That's an honest
So the multiplier still gave us a boost there. And we're going to do some pretty interesting stuff as we're headed towards our first revolution. I'm going to go to give charity. For any player who's currently lower than you, you can give them 25% of your score. So let's gift these guys. He's at 0. So I think one thing they need to change is that the calculation for them getting it happens after you gift. It should be live so that you can't reduce yourself to exactly what they have, because technically he's taking my points, so I shouldn't be higher than him at that point, but it's a delayed calculation. Just to feature some stations.
Everything smells like smoke and rust. This place ain't right.
There's ways to trade things, but most importantly, we can manipulate markets, which changes the price of different commodities. Now, because we're going to get a revolution, totally different pricing, we can't do it on turn 3. This reset spends your market influence. I'm a little confused about what this does, actually. We'll keep upgrading our train, because after the revolution, we still want to make money. So we'll get a little bit more weight. And we're gonna forward invest 1 point again. Us giving away.
Pa always gave what we had. I ain't gonna stop.
Now, the tiebreaker when you have the same amount of point is gonna be the reputation. So we're actually in 6th, and we're gonna end up in 2nd. And the original first place got eliminated. Let's see the spectrum here. Under Anarchy, we get a random spectrum. Anywhere from -10 to +10 is possible. And for us to regain favor every turn, it's also random how many we get. This will last until turn 7, where we will get another revolution. Now, because pricing is so random, I don't know what good we actually want to carry, but things like reduce adjacent car weight would be kind of helpful. And we could definitely consider that. Or we can do something like this, where we are overburdened. When you're overburdened, every 1,000 point reduces your movement by 1. But because this increases our movement by 2, we're actually still ahead here. So we're going to actually just leave it like this and drive out overburden. So now the random pricing indicator here is going to be interesting. Even though it's 1, it could be one station's offering like 7 and then one's offering -6, right? So that's something we don't know. I do want to check to see if we can get conductors. So I think we'll take this path. We'll have 8 total stops, and we'll actually try to make some money here. That's the goal. So you can see the pricing is going to be all over the place. Load our train, and we'll wait for a great price, right? That's really what we're doing. And +2 will take it. We'll just empty it all out. Oh, here, terrible station. We'll reload. The order is working out nicely for us. So mail price is okay. Let's get a double effect on the ability to see if we can get something nice. Our current risk is not very high, but it's going to go higher if we keep landing ourselves in first place, which we currently are. So passenger price is really good. This is a station that's good for reducing risk, but we're going to
Happy
sell the
trails,
passenger,
y'all.
but
Come
not the
on
mail.
back
We're going to hold on to
anytime.
the mail. And hopefully we see a good, oh, terrible mail price, but we'll just end up getting
Let's
passenger
have a gander.
since we know the passenger price here is great. And then we know mail price here is not bad. So it all worked out.
Them letters is making my head spin.
And we're going to start building our lead, especially with our high percentage of reputation, which resets to 200% during the calculation because it does not allow you to go over.
Oh,
But for every 25% you're over, you get at least 1
Pace
point of
yourself.
influence. So if we have like 26%, we'll get 2 points of influence. So what's the random amount? +2? We'll take it. That's like what we had before in fiefdom. Now we have a few things we want to take a look at. Now the forward invest gives us +2. That's not who I'm looking for, but this is not too bad either. You only have to pay 18 capital for him, but I think 3% reputation per turn for 2 favors at the end of... Foresights for free train upgrades. Not really needed. So first things first, I'm going to buy access
Could a fella get a lift
to
around
this
here?
station because I need to know what government it will be. That will dictate our entire strategy during these 3 turns.
Let's have a gander.
Monarchy. Okay. So the only thing about monarchy is it resets everyone's reputation back to 100%, but no major movement. We can still take advantage of reputation for these couple turns, but just know that everyone will be put back on the same starting line for boosting that. More importantly, looks like mail is going to be prioritized. Passengers and crystal are not. So we want to go for a mail cart. Got it. I still really want a good conductor though. So I'm actually going to trade
Let's have a gander.
a couple more reroll points and see if we can get the little mice.
Hot dang.
Only 9 capital for 2 favor. I like that. We can have up to a team of 4, I think, total. We'll take team of 3 plus us. Only can recruit 1 per turn, so that's our turn. But we're going to get more favors back. We can actually
Let's have a gander.
or invest 1. And that's maybe it. I don't think there's anything else we really want to do. I don't want to take... Now, loan's going to be interesting. We could use loans as a way to boost our reputation by repaying.
I heard I could rustle up some cash here.
But we'll talk about that when we do get that chance. Right now, we don't really need it. I think right now we're good. If anything, we can actually sell
Any of y'all need
access
a
to
ride?
stations that we haven't visited. We didn't need to use them. So we can actually sell them, right? Because we were going to end the night anyways. And this way we get some foresight back. We pay our salary first, which is 9 capitals. Very cheap. Right, so we want more mail carts at this point. And we're also underweight now, way underweight. Increase adjacent cart capacities. We're going to give him up because I don't want the extra reputation. I mean, I like the extra reputation, but I don't think we need the extra reputation. Now we can carry a lot of mail. And we can start at any of our conductor location, which is the same. If we had a different conductor, it would be different. We probably only want to do something like this. We get access to buy different access, and most of all, pricing looks decent. We can discover which station has good price. We get 1 chance to sell at this station. Now, what will likely happen is that we'll exhaust everyone's mail when we do load them, because they don't have that many mail. Well, terrible pricing, so we'll just load here.
In the hay rides so damn much.
Very, very, very good pricing.
Hot dog.
But we still need to load there in the future. Yeah, everyone else's pricing is terrible.
Hey. Hot dang.
Alright. They reloaded... Well, they had some left over, I guess.
What the hey?
They reloaded some.
Who
Okay, that's
in
good to
the
know.
hey rides so damn much?
This is not... We have... Okay, so our next stop has a really good price. So here we're just going to pick up some extra reputation
Hey?
for the reset. And then we'll get a little bit more favor here. This is the last stop. And this is perfect for our last stop. And we're going to be way ahead. Especially after the multiplier applied.
Oh, I'm just another... Ooh, partner.
So we got 2 favor back.
Pace yourself.
4. Excellent. We are loaded. And our payoff is actually really good. I want to buy access to
Let's have a gander.
the conductor station to see if I can get myself a good conductor.
Hot dang.
Not what I want, but pretty cheap. I'm going to try to see if I can... There we go. That's our guy. Double our commodity capacity in trains. You can only recruit 1 conductor per turn. We have a lot of favors. So let's... since it's a mail cart, since we have the extra weight on that, we don't really need to worry about this. So it's basically all movement upgrade. You can see now it's 4 per movement. We're still going to upgrade. We're going to visit a lot of stations. We're going to go here. We're going to forward invest our last point. And that's... I think we might have visited everywhere. No. And get that back. Pay the salary for our conductors. Our risk level is still okay. We don't have to worry too much about it, but we do want to reduce it down as it grows. So you can see now it's 20 maximum, and they're definitely going to be running out. I'm going to trade this +3 mail for the +4 mail. I probably don't need 2 of these. Now we can carry 26, and we're still well over the weight. So we can start now over here. Stop at nice stations. I mean, that one enables us to buy access to other places. But if we want to reduce risk, it has to be a daytime activity, so this is key. We can stop at 13 stations. We're taking this route. Now the mail price is the best out of the 3. So it'll work out for us. We're gonna load it up.
What the hey?
Good price, but we're gonna load it up first because we'll be back if we need to sell here. Terrible price, we'll just get the double ability here. Terrible price, we'll use this to reduce our risk to the lowest possible, which is 10%. Good price, so we offload.
That's more cash than my pa's farm made in the whole harvest. Who in the hay rides so damn much? What in the hay? What in the hay?
And the trouble with high capacity is finding places where you can actually get
in the hay rides so damn much?
Enough to sell.
Hot dang.
Actually, we travel quite a bit. Might just take the 55. It's just your number of stops. This will carry over to the next turn. So we'll start with a ×2.
Oh, I'm just another Ooh, partner. Pace yourself.
Firmly in first place. +3 sounds good enough. Revolution any minute now, and very good for invest there as well. We can actually
let's have a game.
Buy access to here. We'll forward invest 1 point, and we're also going to use our reputation to get us a favor now. Only can be done once per turn. But our reputation is resetting at the start of next turn because of the monarchy, so we might as well put it to good use. I also want to maybe buy access to...
Could a fella get a lift around here?
A potential third conductor.
This is one rowdy water.
Ooh, so much favor for the same bonus. Yeah, the cost is all over the place. I'll take him. Trains would be easy to flip. Now, it changes your sell price too. So basically, you have free choice of moving trains. Everything costs 0, but you can't sell your extra trains for profit. We will trade some of our extra...
What you suppose they're whispering about?
Favor for foresight, and I think that's it. I think we're good at this point. And we'll sell access to all the routes that we didn't visit. Let's have our revolution. I mean, it hurts everyone pretty evenly.
I'll buy the farm back, Paul. You wait and see.
Now, 2 players get eliminated.
Like old times.
We only have mean players left who will likely attack us. So we want to keep our risk low. Under monarchy, the price of mail is king. Crystal's not too bad, but there's a negative little streak there. -2 to 8. And for us to get favor back, we can pay capital or reputation or both as tribute to get some favor. Okay. At the end of trips. I think we're fine. Pretty happy with our train setup. If anything, we could add a little crystal to our... I'll be way overweight on this. That actually gets us underweight. Yeah, I think we're fine then. We move a little less. We're now mail and crystal. +3, visit 7 stations, visit 11 stations with decent price. I think we take this. The passes really ruins that one.
That sure is a pretty bunch of stones. Pretty
Good
heavy.
price. I think we'll just sell everything.
Goodness knows what they use them for.
I think that price is good enough. I want to rebuild our reputation. We got the double, so we'll do that.
Dang if I know how it all works.
Same thing
we
here.
Come a long ways today, fella. You bet I got stories.
And we know we have good price here.
Hot dang.
And next station's gonna be decent. How much can we get? 45? I think we can sell for more than that.
That sure is a pretty bunch of stones. Pretty heavy at least. Goodness knows.
And then we can gain some reputation here. Getting that multiplier back at this point is very important. Because we're multiplying off a very high number. It's compounding interest basically. And we're firmly in first, so we just need to know what the government is at this point. Okay, so we're going to be at least paying the capital. I don't want to pay the reputation. I think that hurts too much. So we're just going to get 2 back. And our main goal right now is to first discover what the final... Oh, that's good. But what the final revolution will be. Okay, so mandate. All reputation are reset to 50%. The rest doesn't actually matter because we don't actually play beyond turn 10. So there's no big reversal. Stay in first and we'll be good. Okay, good to know, good to know. Keep our risk low so no one can really slander us. And we should be fine. So a couple things we want to do with our favor.
What the heck?
We're going to manipulate the market to favor our mail. Can't go up any higher. So basically we hit the max of the bar. We can do the same for the crystal because we are also transporting crystal. And that's good for us. Then we'll go upgrade our train a bit more.
What in the heck are all those gears for?
I think we like the train setup right now, so we're just going to boost this twice. And then we're good. We're way ahead, but we're likely getting attacked. Now, how much we'll lose will depend on our current risk, so we've got to keep trying to reduce our risk down. Right now, it's fine. We have the lowest risk possible. We can definitely... go overweight to carry a bit more of both. We travel 2 less. No, I don't think so. I think we'll travel more, and the current, it's already high enough. Like, we're probably gonna run into a situation where the station's just not gonna have enough goods for us. That's a very good price. Now, despite the +3, we are still not hitting that many stations. We can actually reroll this to see if we can get something better. The pricing is getting worse. 12 stops. We get the buy access, which means we can get what we want, but I kind of want to be at this station to reduce... we currently don't have risk, do we? We don't. I guess this is fine. Okay, the price is not great here. Next station pricing, it's much better on the mail. You can still load a little bit more. This is where we want to sell. And then we're going to reload here.
That sure is a pretty bunch of stones.
Very good station
Pretty
for
heavy,
mail.
at least. Hot dog. That's more cash than my pa's
But as you
farm
might
made in
notice,
the whole harvest.
the price that we can sell stuff for, it's always going to be bounded between -10 and +10. So at this point, with our score being this high, most of our score will come from our reputation boost, the multiplier. So essentially like an interest effect at this point. And despite the good price, I actually think it's better to get the 18% because it's 18% of 5,000. A very good mail payoff next place. So we're going to actually sell our crystals here. And sell our mails here.
Hot dang.
And we'll just take Foresight as our last action.
Ooh, partner.
And we
Pace
are now
yourself.
almost 10 times, or 5 times the score of second place. We have extra digit. And we'll get 2 back. So next trip, we want to reduce the risk a little bit. Do I want to buy access to anywhere?
Let's have a gander.
Conductors, maybe? And then maybe a place to forward invest our amount. These are all way too pricey. Not meant to be.
Hot dang.
And then we'll just
Let's have a gander.
sell these, and we're good to go. Right, we got our profit stolen. Bound to happen, but if we keep the risk low, it won't be a lot. So because we got targeted, it drops one tier, and they did the targeting, so they actually went up a tier. This is our final trip because revolution happens, and if we stay in first, we will win the game. So despite being overweight, I think it's a good deal. I mean, we're still -1 off of that, but can we get a mail cart? Okay, we got a mail cart because I can boost the weight here by 1,000 if we get a mail cart. We do lose the multiplier, but I think we ran into a problem of not being... Alright, so we move 13 and we still carry a decent amount. I think that's the ratio we want. Actually, I don't think it matters that much. Great prices on all of these. Eight stops. See, the thing is, I want to go to more stations. Ooh, 14. Price is not as good, but more chance for us to
That sure is a
load it up
pretty
and
bunch of stones. Pretty heavy at least.
it's actually very good. It's acceptable.
Hot dog. That's more cash than my pals farm.
We don't need foresight anymore. That's so little. I guess we'll take it. I think
We've
this is
come a
better.
long ways today, fella. You bet I got stories. Hot dang. What the hey?
I think this is not the last stop, so we have a chance to sell.
That sure is a pretty bunch of stones. Goodness knows what they use them for.
This is the last stop. Alright, so it's really based off this giant multiplier that we have built, which will get reset, we'll get 3 favors for, but it will still multiply into us first.
Oh, I'm just another cool partner.
And I don't think,
Pace
even if
yourself.
each of them target me once to steal it, no one's going to catch up here. I don't think we need to do anything. I think we are set. Now, we don't want to reroll the government because you only get 1 reroll per turn, and if it rerolls into something that, you know, flips the order, like communism, we would be very screwed. So I think we're done. And we have a revolution which resets everyone's reputation to 50. and the ranking gets calculated, and we remain at first.
We did it, partner.
And we
And I
have
knew you
won. And that's the game. So it has some interesting layer with the flip-flop of the government rebelling system. There's way for you to target people's reputation, target people's capital, but the game still needs a little bit of work. I've been talking to the developer who approached me about this, and I mentioned one of the changes I think that needs to happen is the reputation system is too strong. Like early on, the game curve is you try to get your capital up, and then you just have to maintain a good reputation, so each time it's like a compounding effect, and you don't really even need to be transporting goods because the price is too steady there, and you end up getting these giant numbers where you even trivialize the payment of government for favors. So like 15 for 2 favor to the monarchy doesn't feel like anything to you, but 15% reputation is a killer. And one way to address this is to change the math. Basically have what you made during that turn be the only thing that is multiplied to reputation, and then you add it to your previous amount. So basically you have like a banked amount and what you made on this run on that turn, and only what you made, the incremental income, gets the bonus on the reputation, or else you're just eating compound interest and it really trivializes some of the gains. But overall, I think the system works great. It has good bones, as I told him, and it's a very fun game. So if you're interested in this type of game, I think it's definitely worth a go. As easy as it seemed like I, got the victory here, I lost the first 2 games I played with some very wise AI moves. There was one game where the last government was going to be communism and was going to make the last place the only one with capital, and then the other 3 would get 0. So I was trying to tank the whole way, and then these AI players on the last turn started gifting me charity amounts and giving me their capital and made me 3rd, and then lost a round. I was so shocked that the AI was able to do that. There are some things the AI can't do. They can't re-roll government. So once you know, you have the power to kind of switch things up, and you also are the ones with the power to kind of plan ahead. So it's still favor to the player, and I also think the fact that you eliminate the other players as you move along kills multiplayer if that has potential in the future, because I can imagine this being a very fun board game where you have the players sitting around and playing, but if they're eliminated after turn 4 or 7, then obviously they can't participate going forward, and that would kind of kill the idea of multiplayer. So maybe that's a change. I don't see any reason why they have to be removed. If they hang around, there's a comeback mechanic chance for them, but I guess more urgency, on those turns to not get eliminated with some very interesting revolutions that could happen, as we had an Anarchy in this run. So that's the game. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and give the game a chance on Steam, which you can easily download the demo yourself, and it's going to come out later this year, I believe. There should be a official date soon, I guess. I don't think there is a set date right now, but it's a team of 3. They have full-time jobs. This is their side project. It's pretty cool. So if you're a board game fan like myself, definitely give this game a chance. Wishlist it. You'll help them with visibility. And that's going to do it for this showcase. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you all next time. Bye!